What's up, guys? Coach Troy Slaby back with workout number 7 today. Hope you guys have been able to work on the last 6 workouts throughout the last 3 weeks. Today we got a ball screen workout that's going to focus on our handles, a variety of different finishes, and some pull-ups towards the end as well. Hope you guys like it. Let's jump into it. Before you guys jump into this first drill today, I want you guys to do some of that stationary ball handling or on-the-move ball handling that we've done over the last couple weeks to warm up before you jump into this ball screen drill. But this first drill that we're going to do today, we're going to have 4 varieties of ways to handle ball screens and what we're thinking about when a defender either jumps over a screen, lays behind it, there's a switch. We're going to talk about all those different concepts today. We're going to go through them all. So the first one we're going to do is when your defender is chasing you around a ball screen, right? So you're probably a good shooter and he's worried about you, stepping back and hitting a 3 or a nice pull-up jumper right in here. So he's coming up and he's chasing you around this screen. First thing we're going to do is make sure we set up this defender, which is the chair, by getting below the screen. What I mean by that is, if this is my screen, I want to really set this up by bringing my defender below that bottom leg of the screen. So we're getting nice and low, and that's what this cone symbolizes. We have to get to at least this cone before we come around the screen. So right now I'm just going to do a crossover to change directions around the screen, but you can just be creative with that and change it up, go between the legs, wherever you got. Okay, we're going to jump into that first drill now. We're going to do a crossover at this chair. We're going to come off one key. Once we make this crossover, to come tight off the screen. All right, our shoulders low, attacking that hip, and coming tightly off this chair right into this area. When we turn that chair, okay, our eyes are at the rim, seeing our defender. And if there's a defender in the middle, we're going to pull up. Okay, if we see a clear path to the lane, we're going to go in and finish at the rim. Right now, for the first 3, we're going to go all the way and finish at the rim. You can do Stockton, left hand, whatever you want, variety of your finishes for those 3. Here's what it'll look like. Coming down, setting up the screen, cross over here, pull over tight, finish at the rim. Now that we've done our 3 reps, coming around this chair tightly and finishing at the rim, now we're going to act like there's a help defender waiting for us in the lane, trying to block our shot. So instead of going in there on a big man, we're just going to stop right in this area right here, right in this mid-range elbow area, and shoot a pull-up. All right, so this is what it'll look like. Come down, set up the screen, come off tightly. Good. Now that we've done those 2 reps, 2 sets of this drill, I just want to reiterate why we want to do those things in a game-like situation. So if you probably hit a couple of shots, you're going to be starting to get chased off the line. They're going to chase you through off ball screens and ball screens. So the biggest thing on this one is when you recognize that that defender is starting to chase you, okay, you'll see him come up on you and start forcing you into that screen. That's why it's so important to stay tight to the screen, because you want to make sure that that defender has to either jump around it or he has to go into that screen and he's going to get hit by it. So when you see that, he's probably going to chase you around this screen. You want to get nice and tight, and he's going to be on your backside then. So that's why you want to curl tight, force him to be behind you, and that way you have that clean pull-up or that clean path to the lane to finish. And now we're going to talk about rejecting ball screens. Before we talked about chasing, okay, if you have a defender that chases you a couple times and you beat him with that pull-up or that finish at the rim, he might start cheating and jumping under this screen. When he sees you coming around it, he might jump and try to meet you on the other side. Okay, that's a perfect time to reject a screen. So what we're going to do today is everything's going to be the same up to this point. We're still going to come down, set up this defender. Okay, and once we start coming off, when you see that defender start to cheat and go under the screen, that's when you're going to stop above the screen or right before it and make a change of direction move to go back. Okay, back to that same side that you came from. All right, so you're going to come down, set this screen up. Your first option is always going to be come around and make an easy bucket coming tightly off the screen. But when you see him come and he's cheating, that's when we're going to stop, change direction, come right in here, and pull up or finish at the rim. Okay, same thing with the last drill. We're going to go 3 finishes at the rim first before we do the 3 pull-ups after. Here's what it'll look like. Set this defender up, act like a pull off, change the direction, come in, finish at the rim. Now for this one, it's going to be the same rejection of the ball screen, but now we're going to pull up baseline for another 3 to 5 reps. Here's what it looks like. for this next portion of the drill, it's going to be when we get a high hedge from a defender, from your teammate's defender that's screening you. If you're a playmaker and you can shoot and get to the rim, okay, the way a defense might defend you is that help defender is going to want to get in front of you and force you to go towards half court, push you away from the basket. So when you're coming around this screen, he's going to hedge high, okay, and try to make you go towards half court, push you away from the basket, make it tough for you to score. All right, we don't want to let him do that, so we're going to work on a split. So we're going to put this cone about 2-3 feet above that initial ball screen chair. All right, we're going to use that as that hedge defender. What we're going to do now is it's still going to be the same right here. Coming down, setting up a screen like usual. All right, our mind is that we're going to come around and score nice and easy off the screen. But then we're going to actually have this hedge defender come out, and we're going to have to make a split at that cone right here. So here's what it looks like. We're going to come down, set this up. Okay, we're coming off, we see that hedge defender pop up. We're going to get nice and skinny. All right, and we're going to make a quick split, a quick change of direction in that gap between your screener and that hedge defender. So here's what it looks like. We still do 3 at the rim before 3 pull-ups. I'm going to go nice and slow on this one so you can see it. Come around, see that hedge defender? Get tight. Go and finish the rim. Okay, same concept on this next portion, except we're going to have help defender after we make that split. So we're going to have to pull up in that mid-range area. Here's what it looks like. All right, this next portion of the ball screen series is going to be when you get a big man switched on you. Or if you just get anybody that you think you can take one-on-one, get to the rim, or in that nice pull-up area. So what we're going to do is set up these 2 cones about 2 feet apart from this initial ball screen. This cone is going to now represent that defender that has switched on us. So he was originally defending this screener, now he's on you. All right, now that that big man or lesser defender is on you, you want to take advantage of that mismatch. Okay, there's a variety of ways of handling a switch, but this is my favorite to rep because I think it transfers the games the best. If you're a scorer and you get switched on a big man especially, okay, you got to take advantage of that mismatch, and this is how we're going to do it. So we're going to set up this same cone, come off nice and tight. Now, when you see that switch, all right, now you got that big man on you and your defender is now on your screener. Okay, everything's kind of clustered. We're all in this nice tight area and there's really no space to go. So what we want to do is isolate that big man, ideally on the top of the key. So what we're going to do is when we get to this cone, we're going to try to get ourselves away from this ball screen action and get us on an island with that big man. When we come off, we're going to do 3 side steps to try to get us to the top of the key as quickly and efficiently as possible. So we're going to push off that inside foot. In this case, it tends to be the left. We're going to push off that, and we're going to glide out with big steps to the top of the key. Okay, your teammates should give you space, and now you're away from that ball screen action on an island with this big man with space to work. That's when you can get creative. You can pull up right here if he gives you space, make a dribble move, get to the rim, or pull up. Now we're going to take a look at what that drill looks like with a little bit more game speed to it. I really want you guys to focus on this side step that we make at this second cone, this glide step to get our big man defender on an island and isolate him so you can make your move. We're going to be doing 3 attacks to the rim and finishes off this, 3 pull-ups, and 3 mid-range pull-ups, and 3 pull-ups at the top of the key if our defender slacks off on us. That's what I'm going to show you right now. So here's what it looks like. Set up this cone, come on, glide him out, pull up. All right, now a couple things on that ball screen workout. We did the initial chase defender where we come tightly off that screen and finish at the rim or pull up. Second, we did the reject when our defender tries to jump over and cheat you, get to the other side, we're gonna reject that screen and go finish baseline most likely. Third, we did the hedge screen or the hedge defender where we split it, get to the rim. And fourth, we did this switch defender where we isolated him, got him on an island. Okay, once you go through all those, that's 4 great ways for you to score as an individual player, and that's something that you guys should be working on all the time. Once you go through all those reps, on the left side, make sure you go and do that same scheme on the right side as well. Since we've only talked about scoring individually off our ball screen series, our bonus drill today is going to be talking about getting our teammates involved. Specifically, our roller or our diver that's screening for us throughout today's series. So we're gonna have a cone set up about 5, 6 feet from the rim, all right, on the path that your screener would take to split and get to the rim. We're gonna work on a pocket pass today. All right, so everything's the same with this ball screen. Okay, we're still setting up like normal. Okay, but now when we come off this screen right, we're gonna have our eyes on the rim. We're gonna see that our roller is now open at the rim, and we're gonna try to make a pocket pass with that right hand to knock that cone off. We want to get that ball, that pass real accurate. Okay, so right now we're working on a one-handed bounce pass, but we're trying to knock that cone over and get our passing accuracy down. Hope you guys like workout number 7, working on our ball screen concepts. One thing to chime in on throughout these workouts is make sure you're getting proper rest in between, shooting free throws in between each drill, and at the end of our workout, so we're well rested and can go as hard as we can on each rep. Thursday, we're gonna have some more shooting, so I hope you guys have access to a park that has a hoop or you got one at your house. But as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and Wab fam.